Peace, family. This may be shared to officially break my silence. For those of you who know, I've been MIA for some time, about a month, off of social media, and just processing a personal experience, endeavor, and being in stillness when I'm not in the throes of logistics. Some of you know the details, some of you don't. I am being vague and ambiguous just because I don't know if, when, where I will share this. Because the point of it is more some of what has come through in this time of retreat and away from social media in the posting sense, in the presenting myself sense, in the exposing myself sense. But I've been scrolling and media-wise in general, just paying attention and watching and celebrating and mourning from one moment to the next based on a specific headline or video. And I was standing here, and then all of these thoughts just came flooding, much like my downloads present themselves and how my ancestors speak to me and through me. And often they tell me to just press record and open my mouth, and the rest just happens. And sometimes I am led to pick up a pen and scribe. And it is such a mystical experience, that concept of automatic writing, because my script changes from one sentence to the next. I can often not even be able to read what I'm writing at first glance. I have to decipher. And that just happened. And now it's a combination where I'm being guided to attempt to read what they have scribed and recorded to share. I mean, I guess that's the point, right? Because what's the point to get something that makes so much soul sense and keep it to yourself? That doesn't feel right. But then the modesty, the humility, the privacy, the shyness, believe it or not, in me, wants to just stay in the shadows, stay quiet, and just keep receiving the information, the clarification, the confirmation, the affirmation, the declaration. But then it always falls back to, it can't just be for you. It can't just be for me. So, here goes. I was in a moment of oneness, just feeling a sense of oneness. And that concept of if you find God within, you can never be without. of understanding that there's no separation with source, that we are literally made of the same star stuff, like all of the cliches and stuff that we all hear, we all say, that has even become a fad and a trend, especially in the spiritual community. But like, it's real. Like, this oneness thing is so real, and it is really what it's all about. But because we are indoctrinated in many ways to think of it as hokey or kitschy or trendy, you know, we kind of repel it, or we don't want to be the one to actually be talking about it and recording it and posting it on a YouTube channel. I mean, it's enough of that, you know? But not enough. Clearly not enough. Because if we were all on this, like really on it and staying on it, because a lot of us are on it and then we fall off, and that's okay, it's part of the journey. But if we really did it enough and we're in community doing it enough, it would stick. And yeah, everything would change, and for the better. Like, just yes, for the better. So I'm gonna do my part to feel it, to think it, to see it, to know it, to believe it, to receive it, and to share it, to pay it forward, to ensure that the feeling, the awareness doesn't just stop with me, even if it is just that each one teach one, even if it's just one. That's all. If we can all just do that, we are just one, right? But now we're one with this new awareness. And that's one of many. That's the drop in the ocean. It's still the ocean. That's one star in a constellation. It's still part of the constellation. It in itself is a constellation. We are within ourselves a constellation. And sometimes it is just as simple as shining our light to reflect on someone else, so that all of a sudden they realize that, yeah, they're glowing too. I may have to do this in parts. I'm really trying, to be mindful and soulful of time. What is time, right? But we on the 3D have a concept of time, and we have to be mindful and soulful of that. We have to be particular in regards to our own and what we're giving out and how we're investing it, and also being particular about others and how we're taking from others in regards to their time. So I'm, been thinking about my re-emergence on social media and my YouTube channel, and that was something that I definitely want to be consistent about and respectful about, mutually, my time and your time. So I'm going to attempt to 11 minutes or less my offerings, and that's the guidance that I received as well in terms of what I choose to write, speak, sing, and share. It's an offering, which means you have the right to refuse. But for those who could use it, me, feel free. This will be part 1 of my return, and I have a lot to share. So I thank you in advance for partaking in this new presence and the presence that I have for you. Ashe.